Welcome everyone to Depression to Expression. My name is Scott and today we're going to talk about the ketogenic diet challenge I went through for mental health reasons. That's what those 30 days of vlogs were all about. What I was trying to do is experiment and see, does food have an impact on my mood? Now the answer is obviously it does. Obviously it does. But I was looking for ways that the ketogenic diet would increase my energy, overall mood, how I felt in the mornings, and what it did was actually something that I didn't expect. I'm going to talk about 3 things that the ketogenic diet basically cured in 30 days. It's pretty remarkable. And then I'm going to talk about what foods I'm introducing now that I've already introduced and what the effect has been so far. Because if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, you know I've been talking about, man, I just want that coffee. I just want a nice old-fashioned plain donut. How about a maple dip? How about a vanilla dip? How about an apple fritter? I was craving some of that stuff, and well, I'm going to tell you what I've introduced and what the effect is. But first, the 3 things. Oh, and also blood test results too. You can check this video out. I was in the hospital because I fell off my bike, and what they do is they take your blood when you're in the hospital, see if everything's a-okay. And it just so happens I wanted to do that anyways for the ketogenic diet. So I'm like, hey, nurse, may I please have those test results? Can I have a copy of that? Now, this doesn't include like B vitamins and things like that. You need separate tests like for an actual physical to get those. But there's pretty cool things in this blood test that I think you'll find very interesting. Because the ketogenic diet, man, that's a way different way to eat than I was used to. Like, I was pretty high carb, and when you're doing 70% fat, 20% protein, 10% carb, I was barely doing 10% carb there. It was very, very different, and the blood test actually surprised me. So, you ready? Sit back, relax, take your pants off. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. This is a mental health channel, Depression to Expression, where we express ourselves fully, freely, with confidence. All right? Let's do this. The first thing the ketogenic diet cured at around day, I think it was around day 15, after the keto flu, after I felt terrible, the big cure was my allergies, seasonal allergies. Now, I can't remember a time where I didn't have seasonal allergies, where my eyes weren't itchy, where my nose wasn't running or plugged, where my ears and the roof of my mouth weren't itchy. It hasn't happened. And that's a result that I didn't know, I didn't expect that to happen. And let me tell you, going through a summer and not having to sneeze, not having to take allergy medication was awesome. Like, I go to bed and I can actually breathe through my nose. For all of you who suffer from seasonal allergies, it's like going to bed and you have to breathe through your mouth and you wake up with the dry mouth and the pasties. This was a treat. This was a real treat. And again, from an early age, I've been taking Arius. Claritin doesn't work for me. Arius is the one allergy medication that I take that just does wonders. I'm spitting everywhere. And I was just so surprised by that result. So surprised and so happy. So that's number 1. Seasonal allergies gone with the ketogenic diet. Gone. Number 2, this isn't really a cure, and this was pretty much an obvious thing. Because my calorie intake I don't think was as high. When you go off carbs, as you can see by the vlogs, I'm gonna put a link up here where you can see every single vlog I did for the 30 days, and you can see how I'm pissed off at the beginning, going through keto flu. There's times of depression, times of more anxiety, times where I'm just like, this diet's stupid, and then other times where after the keto flu, I get used to things, get used to the habit, eating differently, getting used to cooking differently, buying the right vegetables, buying meats, finding them on sale. You get used to the whole thing after just a few weeks. But the one thing was, my calories were definitely lower at the beginning. I had to eat non-stop. And I was telling Michaela, who introduced me to this diet and told me to try it, she was like, yeah, you're gonna like be hungry a lot of the time at the beginning. Your body's just not used to it. My body was craving carbs, and I'm just like, use the fat for energy, you idiot. My body wasn't listening for a while. So what it did is, for all you ladies or gay men, I'm going to show you my stomach. Now, it's nothing serious, okay, but I had a beer belly before the ketogenic diet. Not a beer belly, but I had a kangaroo pouch. I was growing a joey in there. And from the reduced calories, but also you talk to anyone, you reduce carbs, your stomach gets flat, man. It gets flat. So that was what I saw even around week 1. Flatter stomach and no bloating after eating. Huge improvement. Huge improvement. So I just want to show you. Like, that's pretty cool, right? And I'll do a little flex. Like, guys, I haven't done a sit-up in a month. Because that accident bruised my ribs, right? I don't know if you can see that. That's my hip, but that was all bruised. My ribs are still bruised here, so I haven't been able to work out. But look at that, man. That's crazy. Now, if I push out, that's the push out. That's the push out. But you're never actually going, like when you're walking around, right? So that's pretty cool. What do you think? If I do a little twist, you know, it's all lighting at the end of the day. And I'll have to make this a thumbnail so I get a click or two. But, guys, like in all seriousness, not to flaunt or be cocky about how my body looks. You know, I don't do that type of thing. But I wanted to show you, and you asked for it. Again, I should have done a before. Thinking if I have any pictures of a before. I probably do. But I did lose 10 pounds on the keto diet. And the 10 pounds was honestly in that stomach area. That's where, you know, women get it in the hips. And men get it right in the bellies, right in the lower abdomen. So that was pretty cool. What do you think? That's pretty cool. So we're at no allergies. That's number 1. Awesome. Number 2, belly fat, gonzo. Number 3, headaches. Headaches. Now, here's the tough thing. I got a pillow about a week and a half into the ketogenic diet. A new pillow, a Casper pillow. But I was sleeping at my parents' place. I was sleeping at friends' places. So I had different pillows throughout the month. And I was still getting no headaches in the morning, in the afternoon, night. Never. And let me tell you, I would get headaches often in the morning. Ketogenic diet, no headaches. No headaches. Can you believe that? Now, with these three cures, I'm not advertising any diet. Like, I'm never one to be like, carbs are bad, like to eliminate this or go vegan or go carnivore or do this and that. I'm just sharing my own experiences here. And with these 3 improvements, that's pretty awesome. That is pretty cool just after 30 days of eating differently. I don't know what the long-term effects of keto are. Well, I'll talk to you about the foods I'm reintroducing, but that's so cool. That is so cool, because usually I'll have a headache in the morning. Just, it feels like inflammation. That's what it feels like. And with the weather too, certain weather, cloudy weather, I don't know, different pressures in the air, I'd get headaches. For 30 days, not a headache. Even during the keto flu, not a headache. So that's cool. Those are the 3 things. So we have allergies, no bloating, and a flatter stomach, and no headaches. That's really cool. So next, I'm going to go through introducing my foods, and last, I'll show you my blood results. So again, if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, all the links are below, all the great links to all these cool playlists and what we do here on Depression to Expression. It's all available in the description. But I was craving donuts. Carb withdrawal is a real thing. And, you know, people get hangry, and maybe people before their morning coffee, they're impatient and they're not fun to be around. That's carb withdrawal, man. Like, I was fiending for a little bit. I was pissed off. I was really mad about having to eat so much at the beginning. But let me tell you, the one thing I wanted more than anything was a donut. I wanted a donut, and I haven't had one yet. But what I have introduced slowly but surely is my ketogenic diet was different than most, because most people stick on the dairy because dairy's great for fat. Bunch of cheaters. But I didn't do dairy. I didn't. I had no fruit. Not a single fruit. This was meat and veggies. That's it. That's it. Oils, of course. Oils were huge. And water. No coffee either. No bullet coffees. No butter. in my coffee, none of that. Because that's a big thing with keto as well, doing the bullet coffees. Nothing. So what I wanted to introduce first was fruit. I first had a plum, waited a day. Had a banana and a peach, waited 2 more days. No reaction. So, good news. Those 3 fruits, like, I miss bananas. I would have a banana every single day, at least 2 bananas. And no reaction whatsoever. Fruit, A-okay. Second, beer. I had a beer and no reaction whatsoever. I waited a few days, right? The